what happened with Rocky was the only way that Stallone could get the movie made with him as the star and Avildson as director, John G. Avildson, was to have a very low budget, about $1 million. So they were unable, and Avildson, the director, John G. Avildson, and Stallone wanted to film in Philadelphia. So Avildson and Stallone convinced the producers that they should hire us to put it together, line produce. I was serving as the production manager or line producer, but I wasn't in the union. So Avildson invented a credit for me, pre-production supervisor. We got 8 days of shooting in Philadelphia. Can you imagine Rocky without those locations? Anyway, when Avildson got his Oscar, who did he mention? To billions of people on TV. He mentioned Lloyd Kaufman. So it made it, and I'm in that movie too, if you want to see me playing a drunk. How many people can boast that they, not only were they a major part of a seminal movie, of an iconic movie, of one of the greatest American movies of all time, but I got mentioned on the Oscars. And then I got the call to work on Saturday Night Fever. So my two jobs, basically, and my film school were working on just luck, because John G. Avildson was my buddy. Well, in between, I worked, just to clarify, by luck, I got a job on Avildsen's set when he was directing a movie called Joe, which, if you haven't seen it, is terrific. And I saw that Avildson was very, very capable and that he was a true artist. And I knew he was talented, so I attached myself. After Joe, I offered to work for free and I did everything I can to get to know him. We took some, the way we were paying the rent at Troma, Michael Hers and I, is I would take jobs, and eventually I got into the Directors Guild, so I could be a production manager or assistant director or whatever, and that would pay the rent, because the union rates were better than whatever. And eventually we took ads in Variety. We took some full-page ads. Hire Lloyd Kaufman, he's the lowest. Say I'm the, it's not a very flattering thing to say. It's ironic, right? He's the lowest. And then it was makes a nickel look like a dollar, with John G. Avildson quoting that. And Kirk Douglas's son, Peter Douglas, reads Variety out there in California. And I got a call from him because he had a book that he had bought, Peter Douglas. He was only about 18 at the time, and he wanted to produce this movie, and he said that his father would star in it. And they hired me as an expert on applying what we had learned by making movies for Troma, very low budget movies like Squeeze Play and stuff like that. They hired me to make this movie, The Final Countdown, on a low budget. But of course, it ended up about $8 million, which was still, for that movie, quite a low budget. If you made that movie today, it'd have to be 200 million. But we had to literally fire the camera, sound, grip. Even I, on Squeeze Play, Waitress, stuck on these little movies. I always test the cameras. The captain's island, I think they called it the island. It's all windows on all sides, and we got we got permission to go out there on the ocean and film, just for the sake of doing camera tests and lighting tests. And the crew wouldn't do it. They didn't want to do it. We don't need to do that. So I went out. I think Kirk and Peter went out, and we, at least we gathered what information we could. So when it came time to film, and we were filming in port, and the thing burnt out. It was as if we didn't need to be on a ship. We could have been in a bathroom somewhere, a toilet. It was ridiculous. Everything burnt out. Kirk Douglas was there, basically silhouetted. And then they said, "Oh, well, you didn't get us filters. We're gonna have these filters put over the windows, plexiglass, $4,000. You cut the plexiglass and fit it to the window, and you've got a window that'll cut down the sun, filter it." So we got that for them. And the grip didn't even know how to cut the windows to fit the windows. He didn't know how to cut the he wasted so much plexiglass, and they still didn't get it right. Anyway, they stunk, and we got rid of them after the first week. And of course, I had to do the I had to do the firing.